People are drawn to the remains of ancient times for no concrete reason, despite the abundance of warning stories and terrible predictions. They are drawn into forbidden worlds where the ghostly voices of the past are repeated due to an odd interest that is just based on obsession. Bravery and foolishness coexist in these forgotten corners of the world, calling those who dare to risk where others fear to step. Let's get right into the discussion about the top 5 abandoned towns covered in strange mystery. The number 1 town on our list that is haunted by spirits and crowded by mysteries is the town of Portlock, Alaska. Portlock's history is like a puzzle, with each historic street showcasing a unique story. It was known for the explorer Nathaniel Portlock, as its docks saw an increase of activity in the late 1700s as fur traders and sailors arrived and left. Talking about its haunted past, there have been strange occurrences in Portlock throughout different ages. In Portlock during the 1940s, huge footprints appeared in the snow, hunters vanished, and people discovered bones in the pond. These events add to its haunted past. According to the locals, they believed it to be Yeti, a large creature rumored to reside in this area. They also discussed other unnatural experiences, such seeing ghosts. The haunted past of this abandoned town does not stop just here. This haunted town also has some evil surrounded by the native Alaskan folklore. According to the folklore and storytelling that is deeply ingrained into this society, this land frequently contained otherworldly melodies. According to the legends that have been passed down through the years, may describe shapeshifters, spirits, or other paranormal creatures that are supposed to live in the Portlock area. People still get shivers from Portlock's scary legends. There are these never-ending mysteries that have become the part of the history of this town. All these mysteries make this town still a haunted place. And with this, the first abandoned town of our list ends. But wait, as there's more to give you some chills down your spine. Moving on to the next haunted place is the Bodi, California. Speaking of its geographical status, Bodi, California's isolated scenery lends the town a dark feel. Isolated within the natural Sierra Nevada mountains, it displays a sense of unhappiness. Now if we start to explain about the frightening past of the Bodi. So Bodi began as a thriving mining town in the late 1800s, during the California Gold Rush. However, people departed Bodi as the gold ran out in the early 1900s, leaving it a ghost town. Speaking of the current time, the California State Parks System maintains Bodi. Visitors can learn about its history by exploring its spotless structures and leftovers, despite the fact that it is currently uninhabited. Embrace yourselves, as we have 3 more of these dark places that are filled with paranormal activities. To fill the 3rd spot of this list that's no less than a nightmare, we have Bannack, Montana. Bannack, Montana, has a depressed reputation that sprouts from its wild past. Bannack was founded in the 1860s during the Montana Gold Rush and soon attracted fortune seekers from all over the state. Nevertheless, the town suffered from violence and crime, which came at a cost to its wealth. The notorious vigilante justice that cleared the area and resulted in the killing of suspected criminals without a trial is one of Bannack's darker chapters. The village also had to deal with the killings of sickness and natural disasters, such as destructive fires that destroyed the neighborhood. The terrible realities of frontline existence along with these traumatic experiences have permanently altered Bannack. Many people think that the town's streets and buildings are haunted by the restless ghosts of those who suffered and died during these wild times. Strange noises echoing through abandoned buildings, ghostly spirits, and unexplained events that defy logic are all reported by visitors to Bannack. One terrible incident that stands out is the tale of the Bannack Hotel, where a young lady is said to have passed away on her wedding day under strange circumstances. Her spirit is said to have been seen by visitors walking the hallways, always looking for her lost love. Henry Plummer, the town's former sheriff, was occupied in another notable episode in which he was accused of being the leader of a renowned gang of criminals known as the Innocents. A history of violence and revenge that still plagues the area today was left behind when Plummer and his gang were brutally executed by vigilantes. In addition, the local cemetery is reported to be a hive of paranormal activity because to its worn tombstones and unmarked graves. Even after ages have passed, this place keeps a dark theme to its presence. Hold your horses and calm down, as the malevolent list full of paranormal places still goes on, as Cahaba, Alabama is next. Cahaba, Alabama, a forgotten jewel tucked away in the embrace of nature. The ghosts of the past begin to speak louder as you move through its dimly lit streets, telling stories of wandering spirits and lost souls. For those who are daring enough to explore its depths, each brick covered in moss and wall covered in ivy has a fragment of history. Beyond its strange exterior, Cahaba is full with mystery. A picture of timeless beauty is painted by lush marshes and towering woods where the Cahaba and Alabama rivers join to form a natural utopia. The line separating the natural and supernatural here becomes less distinct among the sound of rushing leaves and peaceful waterways, signaling adventurers to explore farther into its mysterious charms. Ghost stories have given Cahaba, Alabama, an unpleasant reputation as an abandoned old town. There have been tales of unusual noises, such as footsteps echoing through the streets, adding to the miserable atmosphere created by the abandoned buildings and ruins. The Lady in Blue, a ghostly woman cloaked in blue who is rumored to walk close to the riverside, possibly in pursuit of a past love, is the subject of one well-known folklore. People also report hearing the distant sounds of a ghostly steamboat shaking along the surrounding river, bringing back memories of the town's past, even though there are no boats in the area. Some people in Cahaba have estimated about the existence of ghosts from the Civil War era and other eerie lights and shadows flashing amid the historic buildings after dark. Whether or not one believes in the paranormal, these ghost stories contribute to the town's appeal. Alabama is still a deserted ghost town. The town's historical significance and haunting atmosphere lure tourists seeking to explore its ruins and discover more about its past. Its status hasn't changed significantly since then, though. Last but not the least is Chester, England. Is it also one of the places that is packed with pure evil and is the embodiment of pure cruelty? The scary atmosphere of Chester, England, is enhanced by its weird landscape features. A sense of timeless mysteriousness is created by the city's old architecture and stone streets, which are situated along the River Dee. Chester's well-known attractions, like the majestic Chester Cathedral and the medieval Rose, add to the city's reputation as a haunted place. Ghost stories and otherworldly experiences are frequently connected to these famous locations. The city's haunted reputation is further enhanced by its rich history, which dates back to Roman times and is entwined with stories of former residents and sad events. Stories of hauntings and ghost sightings are perfectly set against the background of Chester's historic structures, underground tunnels, and meandering alleys. Chester's haunted geographical position is further developed by its nearness to the Welsh border and its association with Celtic folklore. Chester, England, has a reputation for being haunted in part because of its extensive history of paranormal events. A well-known legend centers on the Chester Rose, an unusual network of covered walkways that dates back to the Middle Ages. Walking through these old passageways has led some visitors to claim seeing ghostly spirits and unusual noises. Detections of ghostly figures and spiritual voices add to the unsettling mood. With a history spanning more than a millennium, Chester Cathedral is a stunning supernatural building at the center of another well-known paranormal episode. The cathedral has been connected to numerous accounts of weird encounters and unexplained occurrences, such as sightings of a mysterious figure known as the Goblin of the Cathedral and odd lights flickering throughout the night. Chester's historic inns and inns are also reported to be haunted by ghosts and spirits. Stories of haunted spirits, ghostly footsteps, and paranormal activity swarm in these centuries-old establishments. One famous instance is the Ye Olde King's Head Tavern, where regulars have talked of supernatural activity including seeing the spirit of a woman dressed in Victorian dress. Chester's historic city walls, Roman arena, and underground tunnels are also rumored to be haunted. Accounts of spectral sightings and otherworldly activities have contributed to Chester's reputation as a haunted city. Chester, England, is still a prosperous city with a rich cultural legacy as of my most recent update. The city's enticing architecture, vibrant culture, and historic sites continue to draw tourists from all over the world. Chester's charm is enhanced by stories of haunted houses and eerie encounters, but the city is also praised for its cutting-edge conveniences, bustling retail areas, and active arts community. Chester's economy greatly benefits from its tourism sector, which draws large numbers of tourists eager to explore its ancient buildings, take part in its festivals and events, and discover its distinct fusion of modern and old-world beauty. The city's popularity as a travel destination for both residents and visitors. We hope this list was able to fill your appetite for the search of ghosts and other supernatural phenomenon. Hit the like and subscribe button to get more of such content.